Hey guys, I want to let you know that I just got done filming a walk around my city briefly. John and I did an impromptu getaway Sunday, and it's Monday, and we're supposed to stay Monday night, but I don't think that we are. It's just like too much. He's got to go back to work tomorrow. But I did a video, and it's a lot of starts and stops. Please don't give up because there's a discussion at the end. John pops on here and there, but I really want you to see the city, and I show you where my restaurant was, and I show you Rittenhouse Square. We came up for the fine arts exhibit, and then we stayed in one of our favorite little boutique hotels that we stay in. And I got up this morning, I'm like, oh my god, it's Member Monday. So members are getting tomorrow's Tip Tuesday early, and I'm going to show you my town. So hang in there. It's a lot of start and stops because it's Monday and there's a lot of traffic. And of course, Grumpy over here, he didn't have his coffee yet. He's like, I don't want to be on film, but he's on film. He's on film whether he likes it or not. And we have a discussion about Elizabeth Gilbert and the Big Magic, which basically just turned into a podcast because this is what happens when your husband's at home. I'm filming and I don't even realize that I'm not in the shot, but I did a lot of reading during that video, and wasn't that it was difficult for me to dine and paint and read, but I was so into the story, and I go into the story at the end of this video. So hang in there, or just fast forward to the end where I'm actually in the Warwick now, and I decided I love this place. I decided to film in here. So hello, goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be at my desk for chaos, confetti chaos with Beauty and Violet. She's back. And I have some Violet surprises. Really nice accessories.
They must have had an event here.
Oh gosh, I never... tell me I was not recording. The event was yesterday. The event was the arts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's all the way
It's
around
beautiful.
the park.
Beautiful.
Those, that fine art show, but...
They were inside too. I took pictures. The tents were inside. It's the first time I didn't walk around the arts festival yesterday because we got in late and we were. But there's either that or they're getting ready for the holiday. Usually they hang those big lights from the trees. But we got the first official full day of fall, and
Yes.
it's cool
Really
and breezy and. Yeah, a lot of activity for a Monday. I mean, I know that they're look at this, look how bare this is. Oh, you mean they're not going to seed this part? Probably not.
I'm not sure how.
Look at the
they're doing
roots on that
this. All
tree.
I know is I've watched them. They set off certain sections, and then you're not allowed on that section for like a year or more.
Oh, you will see.
Yeah,
My restaurant was down the street over here, and this park never looked like this.
I didn't
I mean, we would do the the entire park, John, is roped off. It's like you can't go anywhere on it. And we used to do that every year. Our donations went to the park. We did the flower show, and they would seed and they would put the ropes up and all. But there was just a mentality that you didn't go see him with the dog over there. The dog that would never happen. Never. We never allowed dogs on the grass. Because somebody will eventually. Oh boy!
Marcy bullies.
Okay. Well, I can see what's going on in the park now. Here's where. Right here. One of my favorite people, painters in the world. I met right there. And now we have, oh my god, I can't even film. Here we go. Bye. Okay, and we're back. I don't know what I'm filming and what I'm not filming. He's saying, the guy back there, he's saying it's too early for this shit. In the meantime, he's got a 40-ounce beer can in his hand. This was my favorite part of the park too. Right here, there was an awesome cherry tree. And it would, when spring came, it would it's not there anymore, it's gone. Yeah, Event Quip was here because they had the art show. So pretty. Sundial, babe. Babe, the sundial. I can't even get you guys to see the fountain. The beautiful fountain that we have. It's right back there. It's right back there. This way. It's a gorgeous fountain. Gorgeous. Yeah, I think that this is from the arts show yesterday. Here's where we were yesterday. We were at Rouge. We met two of the most, we sat down, no matter where we go, we sat down and the lady says, oh, here, I'll move over one so you and your husband can sit down together. I'm like, oh, okay. And we get to talking to them. And here's where my members are going to love this because we talk about this often. Dynasty. Joe played in Dynasty, right? We have to look him up.
Yeah.
We have to look him up. I don't know what part he played. But you know what was really weird? When you looked at him, he looked familiar.
He did have that kind of familiar face.
And so we're having a house party, and they're coming. They're going to drive all the way down from Bluebell.
That's
And
not that far, Bluebell.
yeah, we exchanged phone numbers. It was really fun. Christine was really fun. I was talking to her. John was talking to Joe, and they're both musicians, and so they're really pumped to come to our house for one of our house parties. Okay, so for my members, what I'm going to do today, because I had forgot that I was going to be away today, I am going to give you Tuesday's tip a day early because I had nothing prepared. When John said we were going away on Sunday, I was like, okay, then I have to do Self-Care Sunday. And Self-Care Sunday basically was, you know, what were you guys looking at? You were looking at my hand. But I was so into that chapter of Big Magic. Oh my gosh, such a great chapter on ideas and how ideas come to you and what you do with them, whether you accept the invitation or whether you decline. Because, you know, and I love the way that Elizabeth Gilbert had described the physiological feelings that she gets when she has an idea. And I never really thought about that, but we all have like something like that. Which way you want to go? That way. Is that where the music shop is? Here's beautiful park. There's a lot of French places here. Let me walk by my old store so I could show everybody where my store was. So let me ask John. So I was reading Big Magic yesterday, and chapter 2 is about ideas. And when you get an idea, if you accept the invitation for the idea or if you decline. Because even if you have a good idea, right, you don't always say, you know, but sometimes you do. Like, I know when I have a really good idea, I sit down, I get very excited, I write everything down, I map it out. And Elizabeth Gilbert was describing what it's like for her physiologically when she gets a good idea that she just wants to spring on, whether it's to write a book or whatever. So when you have a really good idea for something, do you have any kind of like effect that you could describe?
Ideas are abstractions, and they typically, you know, they occur in your mind, and then, but in order for the idea to come to life, you have to plan the action.
Yeah, I know all that. I
sequence.
know all that. I want to know when you get a good idea, and you know it's a good idea, what kind of, do you get any kind of physiological effect from it?
I guess. I mean, I would say, you know, if you get a good idea.
Hold on.
Typically, you have, you know, positive emotions, and your brain is filled with dopamine and serotonin and all that good causing hormones and endorphins that typically are associated with that which is good in life. So
Here's just another opening. Yeah, see the fine art show. This entire square was filled with vendors yesterday, artists, all different kind of crafts, but it was so congested by the time we got up here, which was around 3 o'clock, that we just had to wait. So this, you know, I'm looking at the Barnes & Noble. That was the Barnes & Noble right there. And they're putting that greenery on the outside. I wonder if Anthropologie, I don't know, is going in. But that was the old Rittenhouse Square sports, racket and sports, I think it was. It was like athletic club, right? Because I had some stuff, you know, being that I was right next door, when they were in there cleaning it out, I was able to get some things out of there. Wow, look at that. So this is Anthropologie, and Anthropologie and I shared a courtyard. It looked like it was Anthropologie's courtyard, but it wasn't. There's Anthropologie. But Anthropologie is the own Van Wexler building, mansion. Did you know that? It was an old Philadelphia family. I'll tell you who it was. It's now Anthropologie, though. And this was a mansion. This was a mansion. The Van Wexler mansion. And it was named Van... This used to be my courtyard. Now it's a porte cochere. Oh, this was the courtyard. And it was in between my building, which was here, and this. But she... Oh boy, it's a bad guy. And this was my restaurant right here. This guy right here. In fact, the chef is still here. The chef is still here. Didn't look like this. It's called The Love. And what's interesting is my Yorkie was called... My Yorkie that I got right after I opened my restaurant and came to work with me every day, his name was Love. Boyers, right there. It's a New York, it's a New York, lot of noise. One of my favorite buildings right across the street from my store. Look at that architecture. And I just did a dead stop because this was a stationery store, and I was like, wait a minute, Moscot is here? It's not Moscot, but it is a Moscot event. Love Moscot. Now that I'm across the street, you can really see the Van Wexler mansion. And so I was starting to say that the heiress was the heiress to Pear Soap, P-E-A-R, soap. And I am so curious because the ceiling to this building had oil paintings on the ceiling, and I don't see them any longer. They were like individual, they may have been family that were on these oval paintings on the wall, and this is what I really hate about, I don't see them there anymore. Come on, big truck. Nope. I don't see them in there anymore. I don't know why, for all my stars, I don't know why you would take those oil paintings off the ceiling. It's a huge place. Huge. Can you imagine being a family that lived here at one time? Huge. Why did they take those oil paintings off the ceiling? And the third floor is like where all the sales are. Yeah, here's my husband that doesn't want to be photographed. And somebody else recognizes him. Walking down, this is Walnut Street, right? Walnut. Yeah, I'm only born and raised here, like haven't been down this way in so long. It seems like the area has like broken itself off to like This seems like a sporting kind of a street now. The Lululemon and the athletic.
The runner's shoe.
The runner's shoe. These were all, holy crap. These were all mom and pop stores at one time. There's Pietro's from New York. Coal Oven. I was Coal Oven. He was Coal Oven. And there is Satva. If you saw Gone Girl, you know what that is. Remember when he said, oh, you can come and live with me? I have a Satva bed. Exquisite. All right, it's just too noisy, guys. I am, oh, Tiffany's is here? Where did Tiffany come from? Holy crap. New York has moved into Philadelphia. Oh, I would have came here with my croissant this morning. They ain't putting nothing in there. Holy crap, New York has moved into... John, is that where Stash works?
No. Johnny works on the one on South Street. This is Walnut Street. This just went up not long ago.
It did, because don't they have this... Isn't it like a street?
The back of this is Chancellor Street.
That's right. Like, really nice little garden. Oh yeah, you can go right out to Chancellor, right?
Yeah,
it's wide open. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, like there's Doc Martens vans. This is like the runner's street. Everything is gone. Everything that I remember is gone. Blue Mercury is still here though. Wow, everybody's busy, busy, busy. Monday morning, busy, busy, busy. John and I are going tonight. Going to Elmira. That's where he took me for my birthday. One of John's stops, the Warwick. And if I ever come up here, if I have a doctor's appointment or something, I usually pop in to see my husband, and he'll meet me here at the Warwick. Here we are at the Warwick. Everybody is stopping him. You got the.
You didn't even miss me.
Here we go. I love coming to meet my husband because I love coming here. Oh, I wanted to go through the spinny doors. Let him walk through that way. I love coming here. And sitting, and he's busy delivering packages, and this reminds me of this coffee house I used to go to in New York. They had not a lot of room, but the room that they did have, they put a big table like this in the store, like for New York, like this is a lot of room, and you would sit. I like a community table. I do. So he's going to go talk to his friend Andrew, who one of the gentlemen that works here said he's going a little crazy because the fire alarm went off. And they have like a lot of people that stay here when they're in Philly. I don't blame them. I love the Warwick. And I'm going to upload this. And I will see you guys tomorrow when John goes back to work. I'm just looking at the outside through that window. So pretty. I love the architecture here in Philly, especially in this part of the city. I will see you guys tomorrow, Tuesday. Tuesday is chaos, and that means confetti. And Beauty and Violet, I didn't take her out last week for our confetti class. And then Wednesday is Whip Wednesday, and my little jewel box comes out, and that's Lady in Gold, Woman in Gold. I keep saying lady, Woman in Gold. She's coming out. And then Thursday is a throwback, and you guys are loving Rico, so I'm going to keep it to Rico. And then Friday is like a freestyle, and I don't ever plan on doing anything because I'm like, oh, I need to organize, but I end up doing stuff anyway. And then Saturday, the Warwick. And then Saturday I am doing Crafternoon with the members, and they are going to what are they getting from me? Got my South Philly shirt on. South Philly born and raised. Saturday I'm doing the Crafternoon, and we're doing Chosen, and Sunday is Self-Care Sunday again, and I am so, like, again, loving this book. My husband didn't understand the assignment when I was telling him. He was telling me how ideas happen. I know how they happen. I want to know what kind of feeling that you get when you get an idea. Yeah, so Sunday, I can't wait to finish where we left off. And where we left off was Elizabeth getting an idea for a book from her fiance, but then he got stopped coming into the U.S., and he had his visa taken, and he was not allowed to re-enter the United States again. And so she you know, what do you call it? I need more coffee. The coffee I had this morning was terrible. I need espresso. She uprooted her life, and she went to, I'm wondering if she went to Brazil. I don't know that she ever said where he was from. I'm getting, like a little bit, I can go back and review it, but I'm thinking if she was in Brazil and the book that she wanted to write was about Brazil, it was about her fiance told her back in the 60s that they tried to put a bridge through the Amazon jungle, and when it rained, the Amazon I just love the story. The Amazon just sucked everything into the earth, including tractors, and he was saying that there were tractors where the wheels were as tall as men, and it just got sucked into the earth. And of course, you can't get it out, but she was intrigued by this story, and she wanted to write about it, and I wish she would have. And in reading Big Magic again, I had no idea that she wrote another book called Committed, and I think that had to do with her, because now that Philippe can't come back into the States, she uprooted her life, and she went to go live with him for 2 years, and she was really having anxiety about getting married or remarried. She would get remarried because she wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and Eat, Pray, Love was about her divorce and, her new life with, uprooting her life. So I'm so interested in this story. I don't remember it. I remember parts of it. And so when she wrote The Signature of All Things, she came here to Philadelphia to actually write in one of the mansions, much like the one that I just showed you, the Van Wexler mansion, but not in that great shape. A lot of the mansions that we have here in Philadelphia are just dilapidated. They just didn't have the loving care of anybody to be able to run. You can't run them. I mean, they're the material that they're made out of, and I hate when he does that when I'm filming. He's like this, come here. He wants me to see. Andrew's in a panic right now. It's Monday morning. There's 10,000 people in here. Who knows who's here that's a celebrity, and he's waving me down to come and say hello to Andrew. Andrew don't want to see me. But when she wrote The Signature of All Things, she came to Philadelphia to write it, and it's a big book, but it's got so much to offer as far as the one family that was very established here in Philadelphia. It has to do with importing and exporting. It has to do with botany and the different types of plants and trees that we brought from all over the world back into Philadelphia, and that's the signature of all things. And I was wondering if she was writing this, if she got an idea for this book, and it was being written in Brazil, was Philippe, because this is a childhood story of his. Like, he was telling her this happened in the 60s. Was Philippe from Brazil, and why didn't she just write the book? Because I'm not giving anything away. She tells you that when she finally got her life in order with Philippe, that she then went back to all her notes on, it was going to be called Evelyn of the Amazon, and even like the layout of the book that she had was going to write. The layout of the book had to do with a construction company, of course, that wants to go into Brazil. A builder wants to go into Brazil, wants to build this bridge in the Amazon to I don't know, connect what to what. But the son of the owner of the builder, the developer, gets his father to invest all this money, and he goes out to Brazil, and the son disappears and the money disappears, and he sends his trusted secretary, who's in love with him, to go out to Brazil. I'm going to turn the camera on you. I will, but I'm filming. I'm filming. He don't want to be on camera. He's so good looking. He don't want to be on camera. What's the matter with him? But so he sends his secretary out to the Amazon, and she goes because she's in love with her boss. He's the developer, and there the intrigue starts. And I was like, this sounds like such a great book. I want to read it. But it didn't happen, and that's where we left off at. The fact that when she finally got her life in order and she sat down to film, she she sat down to write her book, it was no longer there. Now, I have journals that I write things in when I have an idea, and I go back and revisit things. I'm like, that's a really great idea. Why didn't I do that? And then I try to go back into it, and I don't know. I just think sometimes the window of opportunity, like we call it in yoga, the bodhicitta, when you see glimpses of this nirvana that you are trying to attain, it's like real quick. It's like a blink of an eye, the bodhicitta. Let me go see what he wants. I know Andrew don't want to be on film, but let me go see what he wants. Because he's like, come over here and film. Come over here. I got my South Philly shirt on. Here he is. Look, 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 here he is. What? Who's here, John? Who's here? I know. What? There's nowhere for me to sit. Oh, I can sit here. I know, but I'm over here filming, and Andrew sits right over there. He don't want to hear me.
He's not here. Well, he's here. But
Let me interview you.
I want to be interviewed.
He says, not really meaning it.
No, I don't want to be interviewed.
Tell me about your life. Tell me about your upcoming life now that you're going to be retired. We went to sleep last night with the TV on, and one Seinfeld episode came on after another, and I got up every now and again to Seinfeld. And Jerry just lost the Pakistani restaurant for Babu. Satan, you made me come in here. There's all these people talking. Oh my God. All right, kids, this time I'm really going, unless I find something interesting, but I hope you enjoyed a little mini tour of my city and where my restaurant used to be. And Andrew's here, as you hear. He's wondering what the hell are these two doing here sitting in my residency. Goodbye. The trip. See you tomorrow. Chaos. Bye.